Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Title Belt Summer Championships right here from the First Fleming Arena in Doraville, Georgia. Hello, Dave DeCosta, along with Money Powell, bringing all the action from what promises to be an exciting matchup featuring Traquan Pettis out of Georgia in the 141 class versus Gary Russell out of Washington, D.C. And Money, wow, how do you see this fight shaping up?
Classic boxer versus boxer puncher. If Traquan does not keep him on the outside, he is going to have trouble from round one to the last round. If Traquan can keep him on the outside, then we'll see a pretty good match. We should be able to anyway. It should be fireworks regardless of what goes down.
Traquan Pettis and Gary Russell, and the ring announcer will be giving us the particulars.
Traquan has a very good jab, and normally from time to time he will turn southpaw. Russell fights out of the southpaw stance. It's an interesting matchup. It's like oil and water. Should be fireworks.
All the judges are set. Pettis versus Russell.
There they go. I think if Pettis can just force his way in there, use a good jab.
Right over to Russell in that classic southpaw style. Pettis fight right-handed.
What Pettis is going to have to be mindful of, both guys have a lot of hand speed, but one of the things that I think that Pettis has to be very mindful of is after that left hand, the right hand is coming. Chopping left hand.
Warning from referee about a low blow issued to Russell.
Yes, it was. Russell is going to come over the top with that right hand a lot. Russell trying to throw those combinations to the body and upstairs if he can get it that way.
Pettis using that jab to keep him off. Russell off him. Russell looking to set up that big left shot. And you said one of the specialties Russell brothers is this big left hook.
It's more or less the right hook. They love going with the left hook to the body and the right hook over the top. They catch a lot of their opponents like that. There's a good straight right hand landed by Pettis for the moment.
Pettis doing a good job slipping a lot of these punches from Russell.
If I were Pettis, I would treat this somewhat like, I would treat Russell somewhat like Mike Tyson. 1-2 and time up, 1-2 and time up. Offset any type of rhythm that Russell would have to provide. There's something going on right now. They're taking a timeout. I think there is an issue potentially with the ring, not for sure.
They just before this match attempted to repair the ring. You saw the technician in adjusting the ring, the tension, and all the ropes and everything else.
Right.
And if there continues to be an issue, they may have to. What would happen? Let me ask you, the boxing expert.
Well, they'll just, if they have to, they'll delay it long enough in order to take care of the issue in the ring. They won't allow, I've never seen before, allow the boxers to leave the ring and go to another ring. I've never seen that before. But they are having issues with the ring. I am confident that's what it is. I could be wrong.
Well, it looks like we're going to continue. He's asking these boxers, does he want to continue? Maybe the issue is not so severe. If both boxers agree to continue.
No, he dissed him. Yeah. He dissed him. He didn't get his trophy. He walked away. Yeah.
There's still a delay here in ring 3 as we trying to find out what the issue is.
Yes, they are sending personnel over right now in order to take care of that situation.
They're going to put them in ring 2.
They're going to move.
They're going to ring 2. So
this is taking an interesting turn.
And everybody, look, it's a stampede towards ring 2. There's something wrong with the ring.
Pretty sure they're going to reset their time.
We'll pick up the action right here on ring 2. As soon as the referee just walked by our table, gets in the ring, we should be able to start this one. A lot of attention to this fight.
Anytime that you bring the Russell brothers into the equation, it brings the crowd because normally they produce a lot of knockouts. You really don't see that too often in the amateurs.
Now, how is this going to work? You're going to have to change judges also because the judge saw the beginning of, so they're going to have to change judges. How is this judge that was watching this fight able to judge this fight? It's going to be a huge discrepancy. You're going to have to switch judges too.
That could play a potential.
Well, here comes one of the judges over now.
That could make a difference.
This is a better angle.
This also gives both guys time to get a battle plan together in their mind. Gives coaches time to talk to their boxers a little bit more, give them some more information. You can tell both guys are somewhat tight. But eventually, around about mid part of the second round, they should have already settled down a lot more getting into it.
Yeah, as you see, they're replacing the judge with the judge from ring 3.
Well, they should.
They should, because I don't see how you can judge if you didn't see the first round or half of the first round.
I agree wholeheartedly with you. To me, Traquan just needs to ensure to get that straight right hand right down the middle and not overextend himself. Use his jab wisely and keep Russell on the outside. Russell needs to slip past anything that Traquan throws and counter right over the top. Start down low and come up high.
We're almost set as these judges How hard is that? You're watching in one ring, they move over to another ring, you're resetting everything.
It can, for the boxers, change the psychological aspect of what's actually going on. For the coaches, it can do the same as well.
But you notice what went on. Remember, it was delayed because of the Masters one. They delayed it. They were standing outside of ring 3 for a while because everyone wanted to see the Masters.
That's correct.
Happened.
That's correct.
And now you have another delay. There's so many delays. These guys started boxing. Now there's another delay. So.
Well, they're warmed up. They're ready to get it on. And when they do, unfortunate delay, like you said, you just never know what that can play in their minds. They're walking back and forth like caged tigers.
It's so tough, especially in a sport like boxing, where you're already into the fight, trying to execute your game plan, and somebody just stops it, and it's out of your control.
And it can really throw things off. I've seen that before. It happened with Evander Holyfield and Riddick Bowe in their second match, in their rematch, where they had that long delay with the parachutists coming in. They changed the ebb and flow of the fight completely.
All right, back in action now. Wow. Talk about picking up where he left off. Here's Russell.
Russell coming forward.
Russell the aggressor early.
Russell
Shots
working
to the body. Gary Russell.
Referee giving the warning to Traquan. Traquan overshooting his opponent. The short right hand by Traquan. Russell still working the body.
Russell able to connect also to a short right of his own.
I think that Traquan needs to come with that uppercut in those exchanges, but he needs to keep his left hand high. Try the right hand to the body. Russell coming with a short left hand. That was blocked.
Pettis with a height and reach advantage, it appears.
As on display. That right uppercut is there for Pettis to land. Because of their styles, it's going to be rough like that on the inside.
Pettis went to the body twice there. Not quite the uppercut you called for, but
there was a short left hand landed on the inside by Pettis. And I think, honestly, if he makes this a wrestling match somewhat, he can slow or throw off the rhythm of Russell.
Warning to both boxers from the ring official.
Traquan needs to bring his punches down towards the center. Russell needs to start low and come up high. Oh, headpiece came on.
That's the end of the round.
His headgear came on.
Yeah, they changed rings in mid-fight there. And, of course, they brought over the same bell neck mechanism, which is really the stop of the wood, over to ring 2. And I don't know, they kept fighting, and she was over there slapping that wood, and they referee and none of the boxers noticed that the round was over.
You have to pay attention at all times. You also have to ensure that you protect yourself at all times.
So you had round 1A and round 1B. Round 1A was in ring 3. 1B was in ring 2. How do you score those?
It was a bit of a turn. Actually, 1A, I would have to give that. Lean more towards Russell. 1B, I would have to lean more towards Pettis.
So it's a draw in the first round.
Probably so if you were to look at it from that standpoint, yes.
So maybe a push. I see it. The other Gary Russell Jr., he's over to our right there, and Gary. And he's brothers, so he's the one fighting on Showtime in about 3 weeks.
Yes, he sure is. I expect for him to do well and bring home a championship title.
And the other
landed by. Now, one of the things that Traquan really possesses, that's a pretty good jab. Russell working that body. Wow. Pettis is going to have to counter when Russell throws.
Russell catching Pettis now.
It's a left hand to the body.
Another body shot.
Those body shots are getting in there now. Short left hand landed to the jaw, it seems like, by Russell.
Low blow that time, not called and seen by the referee. Little admonishment to the Pettis from
the referee was admonishing for sure. This is when you have to stay steady. When you think things aren't going in your manner, your way, you have to stay steady. There's that beautiful uppercut. That shot is right there for Pettis. But Russell going 4, 5, 6 punch combination.
Made Pettis miss, tucked under that one, and then body shots of his own.
There was a straight right hand landed by Pettis. Russell just missing over the top with that right hand. Jumping left hand by Pettis.
Those kind of punches that go off the headgear like that sound, but are they really effective?
Pettis has to stay steady. Russell boring in like a bull.
This fight so far has lived up to its billing.
Oh, that was a straight right hand by Pettis.
Pettis able to land.
That moved Russell back for the moment. That was a good exchange right there between both guys.
He went for that uppercut you were calling for, but he missed his mark.
Yes, he did, and got countered in the process.
What? Gary Russell's in the
I think that Traquan needs to stay on the outside. He doesn't need to allow.
Once again, went for that uppercut.
Russell to get so close. The right uppercut is there for Pettis, though.
Also able to land the left.
That was a short left hand by Pettis. Russell countering everything he throws. Literally. Chopping left hand over the top by Russell again. Pettis is now pushing that right hand. He needs to throw it straight, right down the middle. And not to forget the uppercut. Pettis has turned southpaw. I was wondering at what point would he do that? Went right back to righty again. The convention.
And that's the end of the second round. And wow.
That was more of a round in Russell's liking. It tipped in his favor, if you ask me.
So you're going to give Russell that second round?
Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
So Russell, in your opinion, on that second round, so the first one was a draw.
Somebody very close, yes.
You get a push in that first round. Second round, that means Mr. Pettis has some work to do in his third round.
It would seem, but you never know what the judges are looking at. Both guys are very aggressive. Both guys are coming forward. So, you know, also at the same time, how do they look at body shots? You have some judges that don't look at body shots quite the same as maybe another one.
If you're at Traquan Pettis' corner, what are you telling him right now?
Box on the outside, step to your left and drop that right hand. Without question.
Here's the third round. Again,
anytime that, you know, Russell is leaving himself wide open. He has his chin up and he has his arms apart. That was a good long left hand by Russell again.
Russell definitely aggressive here in this third round.
Without question. If I were Traquan, I would take a step back.
Nice right hand to the head and then to the body.
Good counter right hand from Pettis, but it's not enough to keep Russell off of it. Russell is starting to wind that left hand up to the body and coming over the top with the right hand. Two left hands by Pettis. The left hand is there. I would tell Pettis to throw 1-2-1s and 1-2-3s. That should do something for him, and to throw an uppercut every once in a while. Russell working the inside, chopping left hand over the top. And right hand coming right behind it by Pettis again.
You saw Pettis throw with that right hand and then connected that punch.
He sure did. You never know how that type of...
he gets a warning
you never know.
Yes,
you never know how the judges may look at that. What impression that it may have on him.
That body shot hurt him.
Pettis is holding.
Another warning from the referee. That's body shot again.
Those are some very tough, very hard body shots. Both guys getting some good shots.
Looks like Russell got the better of that exchange that time.
It seems like he did.
Pettis still fighting.
Pettis is doing okay.
Hit him twice. Pettis
Russell,
did, but now here's Russell again. Russell now has a one race.
Claiming that he was fouled. Russell is coming back. This is a very good bout. Traquan needs to keep Russell away from him. He needs to move to his left. Russell coming forward like that methodical mountain, that rock that just won't move.
Yes.
Both guys looking a bit winded.
Toe to toe, center of the ring. But here's Gary Russell. Russell able to
short right hand over the top by Russell. Pettis trying to work right back. Not a lot of time left here in the last round. That right hand just missed. Pettis is dead tired. He's trying to do it. He's trying to do the best that he can. That was a right hand. That made him rock. And that is it.
I'm not thinking they dance that boy.
This is going to be interesting as it goes to the judges.
It sure will.
Will reputation play a role in this one?
There was a lot on the line between these two guys.
Team Georgia, Team DC.
That's right. There's always a good bit of rivalry in between the two.
Well, the bout lived up to expectations. It was a great boxing match.
Oh, without question.
So I've got to ask you now, before the judges turn in their decision, who won the fight?
I think towards the end, the scales tipped in favor of Russell. of Gary Russell.
So you look for Gary Russell's arm to be raised to referee.
Yes.
And
yes, I do. You just never know what some of the judges are looking at. You just never know. It's a good bout between both guys.
all right, as we await the decision by our distinguished panel of judges.
Yes.
This is boxing.
You know,
one of the things from the outside looking in about boxing,
Okay.
I'd watch a boxing match and I'd say, oh, the guy over in the red corner won. And then the judge would give it to the one in the blue corner. And I'm like, Chuck, is there something I'm missing as a casual fan?
I think it's more or less knowing the criteria and what they grade everything.
Oh, wow, Gary Russell is upset.
Oh, Gary Russell upset. You can see that the reaction by the blue corner, not well received at all.
Wow, it is some stunned faces in here.
A stunner.
It's a good match, and look at the celebration. Jaquan Pettis, it might be round 4 if he keeps doing that. Poor sportsmanship. You know, if one of your boxers did that, what would you say to him?
I would tell them to try to stay as conservative as possible. I know that you are, really happy that you won. You're excited that you won, but to try to stay as conservative as possible.
We're going to have a little conversation with the winning boxer. He's going to stand in the middle of us. All right, we're standing here with Traquan Pettis out of Georgia. You just won a fight. What are your thoughts right now?
I just know that hard work pays off. A lot of sacrifices in the gym. We were just both in the National Golden Gloves about a week ago. See, but I lost because I wasn't fighting my fight, and that I knew a lot because I knew I was gonna win the whole tournament. He won the whole tournament, and good thing I didn't go to the finals that day because he would have lost then too. He just lost out here. He beat me 3 years ago. I'd never let that happen again because people feel like the name they have supposed to fit everybody, but not everybody as good as their brother. They just brothers, so they expect that.
What did you do in tonight's fight that enabled you to win?
Right hand. He couldn't stop the right hand. I threw it every time. I stopped thinking about what they gonna do and do what I do. Fight my game, not theirs.
Was that your game plan going into this fight?
Yes, throwing the right hand, doing me. Like, before I used to listen to, you got all type of people talking outside. So I just be taking their advice because I think they see what I don't see. But at the end of the day, I'm the one taking the punches and I know how to adjust. I've been working on adjusting.
All right, Coach Money Powell, any questions here?
Hey, Traquan, it seems like early on you found a key in there for the moment with the right uppercut.
Yes.
When did you see that, based on his style of fighting, when you were actually able to start landing it and landing it with consistency?
Well, I seen that once a couple times. I was ducking, but I wasn't responding. So I said, let me see what I can do with that. And then as I went over again, I seen it, but I still didn't do it. But by the third time I seen it, and I threw it, and once you find something, you got to keep going with it.
And
that's what I did.
And congratulations.
Sticking to the fundamentals, not with the crowd. Like, I ain't trying to brawl. But if that's what it turned to, then I can do that. But
And that's what I had said. Based on your style and knowing how you fight, it is better that you, because of that classic boxer style, that you stay on the outside and not into a void, because that's more of your style of fighting.
right.
And you're very effective like that. Just very good job.
Thanks.
So we were.
Congratulations.
I know you're going to see Gary somewhere else down the line.
Yeah. There's another title tournament this year. I'm pretty sure he'll come down for that. Next week, it's USA versus Puerto Rico, so we won't be fighting each other if we do it there. But we're 141, and I'm the 141 that was chosen, so I doubt I see him there. I say it'll be a couple months, and then by then I even got better. I get better every week. Every time I spar, I just pick up and learn. I spar people way better than me. You ever heard of Demetrius Andrade?
Yes.
I've been sparring him because I knew that's who they was going to match us up with. And I just been sparring left-handers. Yeah, he might be 160, 170, but I ain't no little boy no more. I used to just bag up when I see power, but I'm not a little boy no more.
So let's congratulate Traquan Pettis on his victory, 141 over Gary Russell Jr. We'll send it back to the studio. Thanks.
Hey, congratulations.